So in Judges 16, the scene is now set. There is Samson with Delilah, and Delilah has been commissioned to find out how Samson may be destroyed. And so Samson is there with her. And in verse 6, from verse 6, so Delilah said to Samson, "Please tell me where your great strength is." I mean, so far it could be curiosity, but then she goes on to say, "And how you may be bound to afflict you." Like what? like what? And what does Samson do? He says, "Well, why would you want to know that?" No, he doesn't say that. He just gives a false answer. He says, "If they bind me with 7 fresh cords that have not been dried, then I shall become weak and be like any other man." Like why were there no bells going off in Samson's head? And the answer is really that, well, he was in love. And I think this is a very important point for all of us, for everyone. Just because you're in love, red flags are still red flags. Well, even more so, because it's hard to go against, even if you're in love, something awful. The red flags are red flags. She says, "How you may be bound to afflict you." Like, you want to torture me? Is that why? Like, someone wants to torture? Why should I help you with that? But he doesn't say that. And why he doesn't say that? Why he doesn't wake up to that? And the answer is that Samson was not a spiritual person. He was not a person with a great relationship with God. He had his strength. He was a Nazarite from his birth, and so he had this amazing power, strength, physical strength, but he did not have a great relationship with God, and so he did not discern that there was like a real problem here. Even earlier in chapter 14, when in the first 4 verses he finds a Philistine woman, a girl in Timnah, and says, "I want to marry her," and his dad and mom say, "Why should you? I mean, you should not marry a Philistine." Like, it was one of their rules. She was not part of their people. He shouldn't have. And they tell him this, and he says he doesn't care. He wants it. And this was a real problem for his father and mother. But in verse 4, however, his father and mother did not know that it was of the Lord, for he was seeking an occasion against the Philistines. So God was using Samson's carnality, and that's an interesting thought. But of course, God can do that, but it did not benefit Samson. Because Samson was planned by God to have beaten the Philistines for the sake of Israel, and so this is what was happening. But his father and mother did not know that. Samson did not know that, and that's an important point. God can use my stupidity even for the blessing of His people, but that's not going to be a blessing to me. That's not going to be moving me forward. Samson was used greatly by God, but it did not really apparently benefit him. It would be far better, far greater, if our wisdom, if our love, if our ministry could be used by God, wouldn't it? And it's just a little bit of encouragement here. Your relationship with God is what matters. Not whether God can use you mightily or not. He could use mightily even Samson, which is amazing. Well, he could even use unbelieving kings mightily, and it didn't benefit them at all eternally. But this is an encouragement for us. This relationship is the most key, because otherwise I will not discern what is going on, and I will not see the red flags. So God bless your day, and I encourage you to have some more meditation in this.